Hello and welcome back to the Spiritual Shitshow podcast. My name is Julie Wynn, and this podcast has been birthed from my own spiritual shitshow journey. It was 8 years of literally like such a death of so many parts of myself, like not having a career anymore, losing my identity as Miss Julie, not being able to get back into the workforce like I did before, really questioning my dreams and my talents and am I worth it? Also moving through narcissistic turbulence and all of the depths and the wounds and the chaos and the gaslighting and all the other fucking shit that comes along with that. If you are an empath, I will always say, watch out, know about narcissism and narcissists, because more than likely, if you are a sweet empath, you more than likely are going to attract a narcissist. I digress. That is not the point of this podcast. The podcast is really about today, my comeback story, and how I've really had to, one, do a lot of work, a lot of work. I really had to gift myself rest, self-compassion, explore what self-love is, what forgiveness is, learn how to understand my own tendencies and where they have come from in my childhood, inner child healing. Literally, if it can be done, I have done it. And yet here we are. And the most transformative foundation that was built for me was through an incredible community. And there's a podcast about how a rebrand really gifted me a sense of awakening and freedom. And I want to talk a little bit more about that today, because if you go to Numinous Wisdom, which is the website and the space from which you can join Energy Club or get channeled messages or become Reiki certified through me, with me. But this space, when I first did my own website, I was like, okay, I need to be serious and I need to be professional looking. And then a friend was like, okay, let me help you with that. And she did such a beautiful job in capturing who I am and what I do. And it now, Numinous Wisdom, has such a playful and symbolic vibe. And I want to talk about that, because here's the thing. When I channel, the guides are always showing me visuals. It's always a metaphor. It's always a picture. And they don't sit me down and give me a serious lecture. The energy is always draped in symbols, in signs, and always really a funny sense of humor. The guides are always funny, and they are always playful. It's lighthearted, it's neutral, and yet it's always aligned with the highest frequencies of love, compassion, and possibility. This is how the subconscious works too. You know, we pay attention to our dreams, and our dreams are speaking to us through signs and symbols. The subconscious doesn't talk in sentences. It's in feelings and symbols. So it makes sense that spirit communicates with us the same way. Even in my own life, when I'm looking for answers, when I am in the woods walking and praying for a sign, I suddenly get butterflies surrounding me. Or a deer walks onto my path. Or literally yesterday, when I was driving and asking for clarity, a sign that somebody posted in their yard just blinked right into my awareness. And the sign was, "The chaotic winds of change will always place you on the direction of your truest path." And I was like, okay, well, there's the sign. And that's exactly what I needed to hear in that moment. What I know for sure is that the universe has a sense of humor. It loves to speak to us in playful, sneaky, symbolic ways, and that's the fun of it. I'd be so honored if you checked out the blogs and the site at Numinous Wisdom, and it feels so colorful, symbolic, and whimsical. And that's the whole point, because the journey of the spirit, of the soul, isn't meant to feel heavy or serious. It's meant to remind us to be playful It's meant to remind us of our true nature, which is love, joy, curiosity, spontaneity, expansion. And if you think about it, if you picture an angel, it's not so serious. That the angels are always so jovial and childlike and light. And that's because that is our essence too. We are meant to laugh, to create, to swirl and twirl and explore. And we have to allow ourselves to experience that. Surround yourself with people who also want to laugh, create, swirl, twirl, be silly. For me, this work is teaching me how to connect into my higher self, how to remember what is true, how to embrace the whole spectrum of who I am, all the colors, all the experiences, all the laughter, all the learning, all the pain, all the trauma, all the joy, all the possibilities. And underlining the word possibilities, possibilities, possibilities. We are all being called to anchor into the center of who we are, the center of our truth, our strength, so we can continue to explore possibilities of love, of fun, of joy, of creativity, of community, of connection. So when you see the branding of numinous wisdom, or you listen to the highs and lows and shifts and changes of the Spiritual Shitshow podcast, hopefully the symbols, the playfulness, the creative edge. It's not just a pretty design. It's authentic, it's real, it's intentional. It's a mirror of how the guides speak, how the universe moves, and how our own souls long to play. And this is the reminder, and mine too, that the path is not just about healing or getting it done or hustling. What if the path is about joy, and it's about play, and it's about remembering who you are? Embodied love, full of infinite possibilities. And that's it. That's all I got. All right. I love this reminder. Sometimes I really become too serious around other people because I have a fear of what they're going to think of me, of what the judgment is going to be. You should see the looks I get at night when I am swinging by myself at the park. Or if I'm jumping on the trampoline in the middle of the day. How silly does that look? The adult out there jumping on the trampoline. But I am saying we are here to play. We are here to play and move our bodies and be in joy. So this podcast, recording it, is reminding me to incorporate more of that into my week. And I hope it inspires you to incorporate more play, more laugh, more silliness, more light into your days, your weeks as well. Let us not be so serious, so boxed in to right and wrong, and what happens if we just express creative freedom, joy, laughter, love, light, truth, and then anchor all of that so we can continue to build in that direction. That sounds fun. That sounds cool. Thanks for being here, and may your week be full of play and joy as best as you can. Till next time.